Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to clean a hamster cage. And so here's a couple things you're going to need. You're going to need some latex gloves. These are optional, I guess. You don't really need them. But if you want to be sanitary, you can use them. A paper bag for your bedding, the used bedding and stuff in your cage. And in the cage, of course. And that is about it. So what we're first going to do is we're just going to take off the lid of this hamster cage. There's no hamsters in this one because it's an extra. But you're going to take everything that's in it. So I'll just take out this water bottle and this food dish and just kind of empty it out. Alright, put it in the bag. Then take off everything basically. So you just have the bottom tray. So I'm going to take off this. And there should be little clamps on the side. I don't really know for other cages, but these are habit trail ones. And so take off that, take off the actual cage itself, and just it's not too hard. Just take the whole thing, put it in the bag, and dump it out. Alright, and then you're not just going to want to leave it like this because it's pretty dirty. I'm going to, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take everything, put it all in here, and take all this stuff, and you're going to want to clean it in the sink. So, or, you know, either outside, like maybe even in a bath, too. You can do it in like a bathtub. But I'm just going to do it in the sink, because my sink's big enough, and it is easier to rinse out. So I'm just going to put stuff right here. The cages, you don't need to clean. They don't really get too dirty. But like these things, they don't get very dirty either. But it's kind of good just to rinse them off. So just kind of put water, and it doesn't really matter. It's kind of loud. You can just do it without washing it, but I suggest rinsing. These, you can just rinse these, or you can scrub them if you like, but that's not really necessary. But I'm going to rinse this one, although it's kind of gross. So, kind of rinse it out, and then put it aside, and then rinse out your cup. You can actually wash this food dish because it kind of gets dirty. But this is where you really want to be good, is you want to rinse this all out. And there's going to have some of the stuck-on stuff from either the water droplets and the bedding. Kind of sticks to the bottom. So I'm gonna put this camera down up somewhere. Oops, it just fell over. Alright, so basically you're just going to take something to clean it with. Either a sponge, I'm going to use a sponge, and just scrub the inside of it like this. Scrub the inside. You can either get some soap or some hot water, but I'm just gonna scrub the inside. Get all the gunk out, just because there's a lot of stuff that gets trapped up in these things, and just rinse it out. Make another good rinse. And then put it in your drying rack or whatever you have to dry it. I'm just gonna put it on the side for now. And just let it dry for what you're going to want. So now that it's drying, we can just get rid of our extra bedding. And I actually didn't even use the gloves. But we'll get rid of this. You can just throw this out. It's not good to like throw it out in regular trash cans. So like throw it out in your receptacle, your garbage can over there. Because it kind of smells a lot, and it's very dusty, so it can get into the air. And yeah, so it would be a lot different if I had cleaned these. So what you basically have to do for these as well is you gotta take everything apart. You gotta unlock this, you gotta take out the tubes, and I'll do another video later on of how to do that, but you gotta take all the tubes out. So you have to take this out, you have to take off the top, the bottom, the cages, the ball up here, and this thing up here. You gotta take everything apart. And once you do that, once you get everything, you can just keep this tray, pour out all your dumping, all the bedding, and the in a trash can. or the paper bag I showed you. I'm not going to do that now because I don't have any bedding. And you're going to take all these tubes, and I usually do this outside. I have what is it, like a nozzle for my hose that kind of, it's like you can like turn it to jet, and so that helps really well. It, you know, gets all the stuck on bedding and stuff, and I just like put it in the tubes and I squirt it up the tubes, and it usually rinses out pretty well. And then I fill it all back up. I put it all back together, and then put the bedding in. Then you might actually want to put the bedding in before you put it all back together, because this one's pretty hard to put together. You gotta, like, there's tons of latches and stuff, but you gotta take them all apart, and because you don't want your hamster living in a dirty environment. They get kind of pissed off, and you can kind of see them when they get dirty. This one's pretty dirty, but I don't have any bedding. I don't have enough money for any bedding right now, and my store is actually closed. But I'll make another video later of what you need to for a hamster, and yeah. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just leave in the comments below. Alright, and I'll usually answer most of my questions. Don't leave any rude comments, you know, because there's no point in really doing this. I'm doing this to help people, not to, you know, brag, or, I don't know. Just doing this to help people to know, if they haven't had a hamster before, what you need to do to clean it. And I'll make a video earlier of what you need to have. Alright guys, so